Hello, today's review is Windlands. And you know the drill. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. This is actually one of my personal favorite games. It's actually also one of the earlier games I got. I actually played it a little too early. This is definitely, once you've gotten your VR legs and you can handle yourself a bit, that's when you should play this game, and boy, should you play this game. I love Spider-Man. He's like one of my personal favorite superheroes and stuff, and this is like him if he was in a dreamscape. It's all really cool. Now I'm gonna make a personal recommendation. If you're playing on normal mode or hard mode, you're actually gonna want a DualShock, because you can have fine control of your movement, and you kind of need that. Motion and momentum are far less important when you are on easy mode, because you can hook literally everything from hard rock surfaces to metals to the grass. When you're on normal mode, you can only hook onto that to the leaves, and that is it. So momentum's a little more important to get the full length of your swing and launch and all that. So on normal, recommend the controller. On easy, the motion controllers. However, on normal mode with the controller, it's a little bit neck breaking, in that you literally have to look where it is that you want to hook. So that's a bit of a pain in the ass. But that aside, is an incredible game, and I'm also going to let you know that I centered all of the footage around normal mode with the controller because it was more challenging. So it's going to be a little disorienting with me constantly having to and I do apologize for that, but I digress. It is still incredible fun, and on to the review, the rest of the review. The minimal story behind this unfolds briefly in the opening moments when you start a new game, with a little bit of a slideshow type situation. I'm just going to bring up a quick little image here. And then on top of that, every once in a while you'll get a bit of a voiceover. Let me get far enough out here that... There we are.
Tools of a guardian. With these,
where they'll explain little bits
world.
of the lore, or like different
Windlands.
aspects of the world. The third and final way in which you will get information is through collecting these crystals, and there'll be a little projector.
These lands were not always so lonely. Light and life once filled it,
But
the people took it
I
for
don't
granted.
want to spoil nothing. So, look at how beautiful that all is. So this game has walking / running, and wall jumping / normal jumping, of course, and Spider-Manning, but we're gonna get there in just a second. Basically, the story is pretty straightforward. There was like this neat little civilization, and then it got fractured into a dreamscape, and now you gotta Spider-Man your way through it, trying to put it back together, kind of. And when I mean Spider-Man your way through the world, I mean like...
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web, any size, catches thieves, just like flies. Look out, here comes a Spider-Man.
when you just put out a hook, it automatically retracts. But if you push the one button, it'll either just not retract, or if you push the other button, it'll actually go downward. Like you can actually... But yeah, it's all pretty straightforward. It all kind of looks Rec Room-esque, because almost every video game, VR game, doesn't have exactly like the most premium 4K graphics, unfortunately, but it's all still pretty beautiful. This is just this is just the tutorial area, and I'll show you the actual 3 worlds you get to swing through. If you're new to swinging, my recommendation is if you have something on this side, even if you use your right hook instead of your left hook, if it's on your left side, you kind of want to push outward to your right to get a proper swing, and then same with if it's on your right, you want to kind of swing out to your left. What I mean by that is like when you hook and then you push away from, and away from, and it kind of just helps you swing along. So this is Dreamscape number 1. But we're gonna circle back to this because it's one of my favorite places to swing through, so I kind of wanted to break each one down through the little areas. World 2 has a steampunk area, a stone city that leads to a pirate ship, and also technically a stone city that leads to a floating island. This one's pretty neat, but it's also intricate and hard sometimes, but it's still a lot of fun to swing through. And finally, the 3rd level is a fractured cityscape almost. Maybe with like a bit of a port. There's a whole lot of docks and ships. Either way, it's a ton of fun to swing through. And then after collecting 2 crystals, you get a couple floating islands, and you eventually make your way to the Crystal City for the finale. And now for the Titan. Swinging around the Titan is one of my favorite places to swing, just because part of me really wants to stab one right in the fucking eye. It's fucking... But like, no psycho though. Anyway. That's enough of this. Just go ahead and move on to the next bit. This top area is another one of my more favorite places to swing from because just it's so perilous. Like you just such an infinite fall, and you just get to swing around it like it just doesn't matter. Whee! Oh. It's a hell of a drop. You know, it's one of my favorite things about any high-flying game. It's just that infinite drop. Hello. I don't know, there's just something about that that's incredible fun. And also, like every good game in the modern day, there are collectibles. Each level has like a handful of these things, and they feed into a mural. And then when you come across from there, the mural is just immediately like right here. I went ahead and grabbed like a good handful of those little tablet things to get the ball rolling on what this all is supposed to look like. But yeah, each world has a bunch of tablets that make a big old one of these. All the way to over there. They're pretty cool looking. I only ever got to see like most of one because some of these tablets are really fucking hard to find. But other than that, yeah, it's all pretty straightforward. Oh yeah, I gotta go up there to unlock that gate. But that's the gist of it. it's a pretty straightforward game. You know, you take a leap of faith, and as you soar through the air, you can spin or look around, and then you just Spider-Man your way away, and you know, just swinging about in the different worlds, or the little hub area if you want to swing about over here. It's pretty fun. I hope any of this was helpful to you and helpful in swaying you or dissuading you from this game. And yeah, hopefully this brought you some entertainment as well. Take care.